A behind-the-scenes look at the iconic sci-fi series Babylon 5, which aired from 1993 to 1998, takes viewers into a vast universe full of mystery. However, behind the impressive roles are tragic real-life stories. Stars who were once icons loved by fans around the world face tragic fates, from sudden deaths to heartbreaking personal struggles. In this journey, we will reveal the dark corners behind the spotlight, as these legends faced regretful and bitter endings. Andreas Katsulas, who played Carr in the Babylon 5 series, 1993 to 1998, became an icon with his deep and emotional portrayal of the role. Carr, a leader of the Narn race, is one of the series' most beloved characters, distinguished by his powerful performances and ability to portray the character's complexity. Katsulas, with his great acting ability, gave Carr a deep character development, from the enemy of the Centauri to a hero with deep feelings. He lived a life full of trials and suffering, especially in his final years. Despite being loved for his talent and outstanding performances, Katsulas faced an aggressive lung cancer in his final years. By the time he was diagnosed with the disease, his health was rapidly deteriorating. But Katsulas continued to fight, all the while facing the physical pain and helplessness of a man who could not escape the clutches of death. In addition to the physical pain, he also suffered from the deep sadness of not being able to fulfill his unfinished dreams and plans. His passing in 2006, at the age of only 59, was a great loss not only to his family and loved ones, but also to the fan community who had witnessed him live and give his all on screen. Katsulas' death was not only the end of a talented actor, but also the end of a life filled with pain, but also full of passion and dedication. Jerry Doyle, who played Michael Garibaldi on Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, had a varied and notable career, not only on screen but also in other fields. Before joining Babylon 5, Doyle was a Navy veteran and had tried his hand in finance. However, his passion for acting led him to Hollywood, where he began his acting career. The role of Michael Garibaldi, the head of security for the space station Babylon 5, became a major highlight of Doyle's career. The character was a complex man, with personal struggles, but also loyalty and determination. And it was his ability to portray Garibaldi's complex nuances that made Doyle so beloved by audiences. He faced much suffering in his later years. Despite his fame and popularity, his life was not without its personal challenges. After leaving the film industry, Doyle embarked on a career in media, but soon began to face health challenges. Towards the end of his life, he suffered from a number of heart problems and suffered from persistent physical pain. This disease not only tormented him physically but also made him feel like he had lost his vitality and his growing career. In 2016, when Jerry Doyle suddenly passed away from a heart attack, his fans and family were shocked. His efforts to overcome the difficulties in life ended abruptly and regretfully. When he was too young to leave this world, Doyle's passing left a huge void in the hearts of those who loved him, both on screen and in real life. Mira Furlan, best known for her role as Turenne on Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, is a talented actress with a varied and impressive career. Born in Zagreb, Croatia, Furlan began her acting career at a young age and quickly rose to prominence in the theater and film industries of the former Yugoslavia. She became a star in her homeland with her outstanding performances. But when the Yugoslavian War broke out, Mira Furlan was forced to leave her homeland in search of new opportunities. In 1991, Furlan moved to the United States, where she made a strong mark in the entertainment industry, most notably with her role as Turenne on Babylon 5. Turenne, a telepath of the Minbari race, is one of the most memorable roles in the history of science fiction television. She portrayed the character with depth, delivering emotional performances and complexities that made Turenne one of the most beloved characters in Babylon 5. Had a life full of suffering and challenges, especially in her later years. Despite her successful acting career, Furlan's personal life was not easy. She had to leave her native Yugoslavia amid the war and the pain of being separated from her family and friends. In her final years, Furlan faced illness. She suffered from a serious illness that severely affected her health and forced her to hide her physical and mental pain. Although she continued to participate in artistic projects, her battle with illness diminished the vitality and joy she once had. Furlan's passing in 2021 at the age of 65 left fans heartbroken, especially knowing that she had suffered in silence. Mira Furlan's death was a great loss not only to her family and friends, but also to the art world and those who loved her for her role as Turenne, a character full of sacrifice, resilience and eternal love. Richard Biggs, who played Dr. Stephen Franklin on Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, was a talented actor with a career spanning decades. Born in 1960 in Columbus, Ohio, Biggs began his acting career on stage before moving to television and film. His portrayal of Dr. Franklin, the brilliant and passionate doctor of the space station Babylon 5, was one of the most memorable of his career. The character was not only a skilled doctor but also faced with the mental and moral challenges of the stressful environment of space, which made Biggs's performance special. He faced many heartaches and trials before his sudden death in 2004. Despite his successful acting career, Biggs' personal life was not easy. During his later years, he struggled with health issues, particularly stress and pressure from work, which may have contributed to his fatigue and anxiety. Although few details were available about Biggs's medical condition, his sudden death at the age of 44 from a heart attack left his family, friends, and fans in shock. His final years were not only filled with physical pain, but also with a struggle with loneliness and unresolved issues. Richard Biggs' death is a great loss to the Babylon 5 fan community, who were attached to the passionate and resilient Dr. Franklin, as well as to the entertainment industry in general. Stephen Furst, who played Vir Koto on Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, is a talented actor and director who is widely known for this role. Born in 1955 in New York, Furst began his acting career at a young age and quickly became a familiar face in films and television shows. Before joining Babylon 5, Furst was known to audiences for his role as Flounder in the hit comedy Animal House, 1978, a role that helped him establish his name in the entertainment industry. However, it was his role as Vir Koto, the assistant to Ambassador Londo Mollari on Babylon 5, that catapulted Furst to new heights. The character of Vir Koto is young, shy but loyal, and Furst brilliantly portrayed the character's development over the seasons. Although not a main character, Vir Koto made a strong impression due to his likability and sacrifice in the complex political environment of the Centauri Empire. He suffered a lot in his later years. Despite his fame and popularity through his roles, Furst faced a series of serious health problems. He had been battling diabetes for many years, and being overweight also took a heavy toll on his health. These difficulties not only reduced his physical strength but also caused mental stress, leaving him feeling helpless and tired. During the last years of his life, Furst also faced loneliness and challenges in maintaining his health, which affected his quality of life. In 2017, he passed away from complications related to diabetes, at just 63 years old, leaving a huge void in the Babylon 5 fan community. Stephen Furst's death is a reminder of the challenges he faced in life and the pain he endured in his final years. Jeff Conaway, who played Zach Allen on Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, is a talented actor whose career spans decades in the entertainment industry. Born in 1950 in New York, Conaway began his acting career at a young age, gaining prominence in both television and film. Prior to joining Babylon 5, he had already had notable roles, most notably in popular films such as Grease, 1978, and Taxi, 1978 to 1983, where he portrayed Johnny, a role that made him a fan favorite. Conaway joined Babylon 5 as Zach Allen, a security officer, a strong and loyal character. His role in the series not only demonstrated resilience but also showed the complexity of the character when faced with stressful and difficult situations in space. Although Zach Allen was not one of the main characters, he left a strong impression on fans. He faced a life full of suffering and challenges, especially in his later years. Despite being a talented and beloved actor for his outstanding roles, Conaway struggled with serious health problems and substance abuse. These struggles took a heavy toll on both his personal and professional life. During his final years, Conaway struggled with health issues, including drug and alcohol addiction, which left him physically and mentally exhausted. Despite his efforts to seek treatment and recover, his addictions continued to haunt him. In 2011, Jeff Conaway passed away at the age of 60 after a long struggle with physical and mental pain, leaving a huge void in the hearts of Babylon 5 fans. His death was a sad end to a talented artist who had suffered from chronic pain for much of his life. Michael O'Hare, who played Commander Jeffrey Sinclair on Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, was a talented actor who is remembered for this pivotal role. Born in 1952 in Chicago, O'Hare began his acting career on stage before moving to television and film. Jeffrey Sinclair is a complex and conflicted character in Babylon 5. As the first commander of the space station Babylon 5, Sinclair faces difficult decisions and tensions from both outside and inside the Empire, while also holding fast to his values and responsibilities. The role required O'Hare to portray a delicate mix of leadership strength and vulnerability, giving viewers a character with great depth. He faced great mental and physical challenges in his later years. Despite his impressive performance on Babylon 5, O'Hare's life was not easy. For many years, he struggled with mental health issues, including severe depression, which took a toll on his career and personal life. In fact, O'Hare had to leave Babylon 5 after season 2 due to health reasons, and the change in Sinclair's character was attributed to his health condition. O'Hare's suffering was not limited to mental health. He also struggled to maintain his acting career and personal stability. During the last years of his life, O'Hare continued to live with mental pain, making his life lonely and challenging. Michael O'Hare passed away in 2012 at the age of 60, after a long battle with heart disease and other health issues, leaving a huge void in the hearts of Babylon 5 fans. His death was a tragic end to a talented artist who endured much suffering but remained devoted to his acting career. Damian London is an English actor, best known for his role as the minister in the popular science fiction series Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998. Although London's role in Babylon 5 was not one of the main characters, he left a strong impression on viewers with his subtle portrayal of an important political figure in the series. The role of the minister in Babylon 5 demonstrated the complexity and power of leadership, while highlighting the strained relationships in the series' distant space setting. He faced hardships and suffering in his life before his death. Although his career was not very prominent, London's final years were eventful. He was known for being a private person and sharing little about his personal life. But after his death, it was revealed that he had suffered from serious health problems during his final years. Before his death in 2019, Damian London had been battling painful illnesses and spent much of his life in solitude. He also suffered from mental health issues, with difficult periods when he struggled with feelings of hopelessness and hopelessness. Although he did not openly share his suffering, his death marked a tragic end to a talented artist who had lived with his pain in silence. Sachs, a talented British actor, known for his role as Hedron in Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998, has left a deep impression on audiences through his diverse roles throughout his career. Born in 1951 in London, Sachs began his acting career at a young age and quickly built a solid career in the entertainment industry. With his expressive face and ability to subtly convey emotions, he was highly regarded in many different genres, from television, film to theater. He spent his final years in a difficult and painful place. Although his career was successful and he was loved for his many roles in famous films, Sachs' personal life was not easy. Before his death in 2013 at the age of 61, he faced serious health problems, and was known to have been battling cancer during his final years. Although Sachs's life was filled with art and memorable roles, the pain he endured in his final years made his end tragic. Sachs did not speak publicly about his personal struggles, but friends and industry colleagues said he lived in silence and bravely battled cancer. When he passed away, not only his family and loved ones but also his fan base felt a great loss. Not only because of his talent but also because of the pain he endured in silence. Turenne was a Canadian actor, best known for his role as Brother Theo in the science fiction series Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998. Although his role in Babylon 5 was not one of the main ones, the character of Brother Theo, a monk with deep moral values and beliefs, left a strong impression on viewers. With his gentle and honest personality, Brother Theo became an important character in exploring the themes of faith and hope in the vast universe of Babylon 5. He spent his final years in pain and hardship. Although he was not prominent in the media, his life was filled with misery before his death. Turenne was known to have battled cancer in the final years of his life, a battle that was not public but painful. His final months were apparently a difficult one, marked by rapidly declining health and unseen personal struggles. Despite being a talented performer with a long acting career, Turenne had little opportunity to share his grief. He lived a largely quiet life, and it was only after his death in 2012 that fans began to understand the sacrifices and suffering he had endured. His suffering, from the illness to the loneliness he endured in his final months, made for a tragic end to a talented actor who made his mark with his role as Brother Theo in Babylon 5. Choate was an American actor and director, best known for his role as Zathras in Babylon 5, 1993 to 1998. A distinctive and somewhat mysterious character in the science fiction series, Zathras was a loyal, ambiguous servant who often spoke strange words. Although Choate's role was not a main character, his performance left a deep impression on the audience, making Zathras one of the most beloved characters in Babylon 5. He spent the last years of his life in pain and tragedy, although his acting career was characterized by impressive roles, including the strange and deeply characterization of Zathras. Choate's personal life was filled with sadness. Before his death in 2004, at the age of 49, he faced serious psychological and health problems. Although he did not openly share his grief, friends and family said Choate had suffered from chronic depression, which had a profound impact on his quality of life. Personal difficulties combined with professional pressures led to his increasing loneliness and despair. Tim Choate died in a car accident, a sudden and tragic end to a promising talent. His passing was a great loss to the Babylon 5 fan community, where Zathras left an indelible mark on the audience. We have looked back at the tragic stories of the lives and deaths of the actors in Babylon 5, who devoted themselves to bringing the audience characters that will live forever in the hearts of fans. Although they left too soon, the marks they left on the film and television industry will never fade. We thank them for their invaluable contributions and mourn the painful fates they had to face. Thank you for joining us on this journey to remember these talents. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue discovering touching stories and unforgettable marks in the world of cinema. Let's share our memories and feelings for these legendary characters.